Deon, a huge congratulations on signing a new deal. Committing your long-term future to the club must make yourself and your family very proud.
Yeah, definitely. I think families, very proud of me signing again here. But also, just grateful, all that hard work and effort and that resilience has just paid off, and delighted to extend my stay.
It's clear you're very comfortable here around these bunch of lads. What is it about this place that makes you want to stay even longer?
I think, because we've got probably one of the smallest squads in Super League, and there's no hiding that. I think we've just got a great group of lads here. Everyone works hard together. Everyone's got the same vision, the same goals, and there's no egos around the place. Everyone's brilliant, and then same with the coaching staff as well. They're brilliant, and no one's below anyone. Everyone's just all on the same level, and we've got a great group of lads.
I think your story and the way you've really had to fight to pave your way, you just mentioned that in this sport, will be inspirational to a lot of young rugby players in particular. Just tell us a little bit about your journey up until now, because it's not all been plain sailing, has it?
No, so I had a scholarship at St Helens when I was 15 and 16, and then just got released, wasn't good enough, and played amateur, and then had a couple of years in the championship, and fortunate to get a call from Ian Blease, and he was willing to offer me a 12-month contract with an option of staying if it worked out, and very grateful to the club, very grateful to Bleasy, and grateful to all the coaching staff, especially Paul Rowley, for giving me that chance in that Super League debut. Yeah,
just going on to that now, getting that opportunity to make your debut against Cass last year, that must have been a special feeling for yourself. I suppose that was just reward for all the hard work you'd done previously.
Yeah, it was funny how it came around, actually. So I remember Rolls saying that week, leading into Castleford, he was like, I think you've worked hard over pre-season, I'm going to put you on the bench, and he said you might get on, you might not. So I was like, yeah, no, like buzzing. I didn't even expect to get a chance till probably late on in the season. And then Dan Sargentson pulled out in the warm-up, so I ended up filling in for him, and yeah, I just remember that night. Still remember it, like it was yesterday, and I'll remember it forever. Making my debut and pulling on that Salford jersey.
And you've obviously grasped that opportunity with both hands. How much do you feel like you've learned and developed over the last 18 months or so?
Yeah, I've learnt a lot over the last 18 months, especially from the coaches, Paul Rowley, Kurt Haggerty, and then obviously Danny Orr now. Chrissy and who's here, so yeah, they're always on to me, always pushing me, and making sure I'm never complacent, and they keep squeezing me and trying to get the best out of me. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons for staying.
14 tries in 29 games last season handed you a call up to the England Knights as well. I remember being in that dressing room at Huddersfield when Rolls announced it, and your reaction to that. Can you remember what that feeling was like first of all, and then obviously going on to represent your country?
It was chaos, I think, because we'd just beat Huddersfield. Everyone's buzzing because we're in the semi-final, I'm buzzing, and then Rolls just says out of the blue, he had a call from Paul Anderson, the England Knights coach, and Deon's been calling, and I was like shocked. I didn't believe him at first. I was like, it's too good to be true, this, and yeah, that's probably a credit to Rolls as well and the coaching staff, for putting their trust in me last year, and as you suppose, like all their hard work and effort they've put into me. I'm just pretty much, I'm glad that I could repay him by getting in that England Knights squad as well.
And working with coaches like Rolls, Kurt, Chris now must help too. How much have they had an influence on your decision to stay?
Yeah, probably the biggest influence actually in staying. Obviously behind the scenes when we was chatting, I've probably never had a coach who's pushed me as hard to get the best out of me. And even now, after 18 months, I've still got a whole lot of learning to do. I've only had 18 months in Super League, but I feel like I've been around a bit longer, to be honest, but body's feeling it. But yeah, that was that was probably the reason for staying, due to the coaching staff and the way they push me and all the stuff they try and squeeze out of me to make me the best I can be. And like I said, hopefully one day I can repay them and just keep repaying them with performances on the field.
And I'm also really interested to hear what drives you as a person, Deon, because from a back office point of view, you're always one of the last out of the building. You're constantly on the computers reviewing footage. Is that just a routine thing, or do you feel like sometimes your mind's just 24/7?
Yeah, it's probably a bit of both. Probably a bit of routine. I'm always on the computers, you know, just doing your own work, having a look at training and games back, and then obviously looking to the team who you're going to be playing that week ahead. So I feel like I've got to tick them boxes. So then, like, mentally, I'm prepared. But then at the same time, probably I'm just rugby 24/7, and probably sometimes just I'd probably need to ease off.
And you're also close to a few players here. I assume there's a few who you'll credit with helping you develop at the club, especially the senior lads.
Yeah, massively. I remember my first pre-season, and you know, I think Ken Sio straight away, you know, took me under his wing, and learnt a lot from Kenny. Always doing extras together out on the field after training, and he's always, even now, he's still tipping me up and, you know, just trying to make me a better player. And then Ryan Brealey's been a massive one as well over the last pre-season. You know, he's really helped me take my game that little bit further. You know, he's rugby smart and he's got that rugby brain. So yeah, so he's been brilliant. And then, you know, the likes of like Kingy and Tim Laffey, and then even when Sitter was here last season as well, he was brilliant. You know, just putting me under his wing and, you know, showing me the ropes as well, the full-time rugby.
And just finally, what does the perfect next 2 years look like for yourself then? Have you set yourself any goals? What are you hoping to achieve?
I think first and foremost is hopefully, you know, we can get to a grand final with Salford, and hopefully that'll be this year. But, you know, we've got a good group now for the next 2 years as well to build towards that. But yeah, that's first and foremost as a club goal. And then another personal goal for me would be to hopefully represent England first team in the coming years. So that's an aspiration of mine, and, you know, Rose and Haggy and Inu, they know that as well, and I think that's why they probably push me even more, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to stay as well, because I know they're going to, you know, push me and do everything they can to try and get me there. But yeah, hopefully one day walk out at Old Trafford as well and we can lift that trophy with Salford.
Brilliant. Deon, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. We're all really happy, and I know the fans will certainly be delighted you're sticking around. Best of luck for your next few years here.
Cheers, thanks.